How does one convince a jury that they're innocent when all evidence points to the contrary? So you've found yourself in a bit of a pickle, have you? You've been accused of a crime that you didn't commit, and to make matters worse, all the evidence seems to be pointing against you. But fear not. With the right strategy, you can convince a jury of your innocence even when the odds are stacked against you. The importance of a good lawyer. First things first, you need a good lawyer. This isn't the time to be penny pinching or settling for the first name you find in the phone book. You need someone who's going to fight tooth and nail for you, who's going to leave no stone unturned in their pursuit of the truth. The art of distraction. Now onto the trial itself. When you're sitting in that courtroom, staring down a jury who's been convinced of your guilt, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But remember, the prosecution needs to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. It's your job to introduce that doubt. One way to do this is to distract the jury with something else. Maybe wear a really eye-catching outfit, or bring in a troupe of performing monkeys to liven up the proceedings. Anything that can shift the focus away from the evidence and onto something more light-hearted can work in your favor. The power of persuasion. Of course, sometimes distraction isn't enough. Sometimes you need to go on the offensive. This is where the power of persuasion comes in. You need to convince the jury that you're innocent, even when all the evidence is against you. One way to do this is to appeal to their emotions. Shed a tear or two while recounting your version of events. Tell them about your sick grandmother or your adorable pet hamster. Anything that can tug at their heartstrings and make them feel sympathetic towards you. Blame someone else. If all else fails, it's time to start pointing fingers. Blame someone else for the crime. Maybe it was your evil twin who did it, or your doppelganger from a parallel universe. Heck, you could even blame it on the butler. It doesn't matter if the story is implausible or even downright ridiculous. The point is to introduce doubt into the jury's mind. If you can convince them that there's even a remote possibility that someone else committed the crime, you might just be able to walk away a free person. Conclusion. So there you have it, folks. With the right strategy, you can convince a jury of your innocence even when all evidence points to the contrary. Just remember to distract, persuade, and if all else fails, blame someone else. And if none of that works, well, maybe it's time to start practicing your prison yoga.